Arjun, I'm Mehul Kumar Vanmi from Rajkot
Okay.
location. Okay, I have
Okay.
5 years experience in
Once
the
again, who is
desktop
this?
engineer. Mehul
Okay.
Kumar.
Mehul Kumar. Okay.
Yes, I'm from Rajkot location, Gujarat.
Okay. Hi. Yeah. You're from Gujarat. Hi, Mehul. Yeah. Hi.
Yes,
Nice
fine,
to have
fine,
you
sir.
here. Okay. You have
Fine.
experience in?
5 plus experience in the desktop support engineer. Okay, and system engineer. But
Okay.
I've not completed CCNA course, so that's the reason I'm completing this CCNA course. That's the
Okay.
reason I'm 20.
So is it a company's requirement or is it your own requirement?
No, this is company requirement. So that's the
This
reason
is
I'm,
company's requirement.
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice to have you
Thank you.
here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, John Surendra here.
Hi, Surendra.
Yeah, I have a total 5 years of experience in NOC monitoring role, L1 role.
L1 role. And what is your day-to-day QRA?
Like, we'll monitor all the enterprise networks and we'll troubleshoot at L1. But I want to learn more in depth of network devices in troubleshooting as well as the configuration part as well. So here I chosen as a core CCNA plus CCNP and core.
Okay. And okay. One more thing. Which type of enterprise you're supporting right now?
It's a Boeing.
Okay. Okay. And how many years of experience you have?
5 years of experience in L1 monitoring role.
Okay. 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 Understood.
Yeah.
Good. We'll do it here. Guys, from the next class that you're joining, please rename your profile names from different types of phone that you're using to your actual name. So it will be easy for me to identify you like once you're in the session. Hope it's clear. Okay. Okay. Guys, I just want to know you like your background. Okay. So this course that you're doing, like different types of people like who will be doing this course. Some of you guys might be freshers, some of you guys will be an intermediate people, some of you guys might be experienced. So we will have to cater all the needs in this particular course. So will be going from the very basic to the very advanced level of this course. So based on your profiles, like we'll be customizing the modules. So that's the reason I was asking you profiles. I am working in the system engineer, 7 years of HCL technologies and lead analyst. Professional experience QA earlier. For sure. Hmm. Okay. Sorry, I don't speak Hindi. Okay.
Okay, John, don't worry.
Okay. I do understand to an extent, but I can't speak. Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, you're working in telecommunication, FTTX operation and maintenance.
से
To work in
चलाया जा
ISP,
रहा है
you want to learn CCNA. Yeah, to work in ISP also, you need to learn CCNA. CCNA is the very basic to all the networking course, networking things that are out there. So yeah, you will have to learn this. And guys, if you're disturbing the class, like I told, I will remove from the meeting. Suppose this 1 plus CPH2 469. If you keep doing this, I'll remove it. Okay. All right, guys. That was indeed a quick round of introductions from you guys. Okay. So how many of you guys know what is this course? Like, what is CCNA? What is the full form of CCNA, and why you should do this course? What is CCNA basically, guys?
The
What is
first level
CCNA?
of certification in Cisco, like Cisco Certified Network Associate.
Okay. Uh, you are absolutely right. This is the first. This is not actually the first certification, but you can tell like you can start your certification journey from CCNA. Before CCNA also, like there are the preliminary level of certification that are being taught for L1 engineers out there, like how different types of cable works, different types of duplex, how it works. All those concepts are taught in some other concepts also, but uh, we are not discussing that. You can say that like this course, Cisco's basic course is starting from CCNA. That's absolutely right. So this is a course that are out. Uh, like it's been like for a long time. This is known as Cisco Certified Network Associate. What is Cisco Certified Network Associate, and why do you have to learn this course? That is your first question. Okay. So, most of you guys, you might have done your bachelor's in computer science. Some of you guys, how many of you guys are coming from a non-IT background or a non-technical background? Apart from computer science, all the backgrounds, they belongs to non-technical background. How many of you guys are from such backgrounds? Computer or electronics, you can call that as technical for now. So all of you guys are from a computer science background, right?
I'm from non-tech department.
Yes, yes.
You're not from a technical background. Yeah. So anyway, no issues, guys, because that's not going to make any kind of difference over here. Why? Because even in your computer science, you might have learned about some OSI network model, TCP/IP model. You might have heard hardly about routers and switches. You might have not gone beyond that. But once you're a graduate, you're coming in the market and you're seeing that like there are like a number of opportunities that are out for network engineers, security engineers, in ISPs, in data centers. There are a number of job opportunities which are out there, and you also want to get one of that. But what is the main problem? The main problem is that there's a huge knowledge gap between your academics and the job profile that you're going to apply. Right, because in college you are not learning about OSPF, you are not learning about AGRP, you are not learning like how an actual router works, how an actual switch works. There are different types of technologies that are used out there. So this was a major problem. So earlier, like 20, 25 years back, what used to happen is people used to recruit people from all the domains and they will train it over there. Train the people over there in the company, and they will learn and they will take more engineers, train them. And it was not viable for a longer period of time. So Cisco, uh, do you know who is Cisco? Cisco is one of the largest manufacturer of networking devices. I will come to that part. So what Cisco does is Cisco created a certification. You can say it is starting from CCNA. CCNA stands for Cisco Certified Network Associate. Then, after an associate level certification, they have introduced a professional level of certification. Like people who have 2 years of experience or 3 years of experience, you can learn CCNP certification. As a fresher, also you can learn. That's how I learned it. Yeah. So in Cisco Certified Network Professional, you will be learning this course professionally, and either you can focus on enterprise, you can focus on security, you can focus on your ISP data center. So, what is your main kind of interest? Once again, so you can focus on that specific domain in CCNP. And after that, there is CCI certification. That is the hardest, and like there is 10th standard, 12th standard, and degree and PhD. Like CCI is known as the PhD in networking. So if you take Cisco Certified Indian Network Expert certification. So there are like hardly like few people like who have passed the certification. So if you crack the certifications, you'll be called as an expert. So that should be your end goal if you are planning to have a networking career. But the main use is that if you pass your CCNA certification, once you pass your CCNA certification, there is an exam which is associated with it. That is, once you clear this particular exam, you can put that on your resume. You can put that on your resume. Once you put that on your resume, companies will know that this person has gone through CCNA certification and they have cleared the exam, which is indicating that this person, he or she, they are very aware about this topic, so they can prepare for this interviews and all. So you'll be selected. That's the main advantage of it. So uh, I hope You guys are clear? Any doubts on what is CCNA, what is CCNB, what is CCI? Any doubts or any questions on that?
No, nothing.
No,
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay. So, CCNA stands for Cisco Certified Network Associate, right? What is network? What is a network?
A network is connecting the two devices.
Interconnection of devices.
Any other answers?
It's the process of communication.
Network is
Sir,
used to
is a
communicate. It's not
combination.
the process.
Is a combination of devices to communicate to each other.
Okay, is it only devices that we are talking here? Is network all about devices?
All devices, combination of all devices.
Is it only
So I think
devices?
it's about connecting
Sharing
like
information once
sharing
one
information.
comes to another computer.
So, guys, network is basically a connection between two different things where data is exchanged. Okay, it can be people, it can be things. Okay, your LinkedIn account, it's a network, right? Guys,
Yes.
understanding? When
Yes.
you and your friends are talking, that is also a network because it's a connection, it's a wireless connection, like, of course, but information is exchanged between you and your friends, right? So when you're sending a message in your WhatsApp group, that is also a network. When you are accessing your office Wi-Fi, that is also a network. So network is, in simple words, hello, Kaba, what is your name? Please go on mute.
Mr. John, is it an interactive session or it's we are going to teach?
This today we are not going to teach, like we are going to discuss, like this is just an introduction to the course.
Otherwise, can you mute all your? It's a bit territory. We are connected with headphones, right? It is a painful actually.
Okay. I mean, it's already mute all, but the participants can unmute themselves, so there's no point. This is just a 1 hour session. Okay, guys. Okay, since you guys requested it, like we'll try to ask the questions and answer the questions in the chat. That will be helpful. So, this duration of the course, like it's a 40 hours training. So every day from 8 to 9, you will have the session for next 40 hours. Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah, so
sufficient to pass the CCNA certification, which is global recognized certification? Am I audible, sir?
yeah, you're audible. You asked a very valid question. Okay, I'll answer that question at the end of the session. Okay, before that, I just want to ask one question. Like, you guys are clear what is CCNA, right? Like, what is CCNA certification? Is there any single person who have joined this course not knowing what is CCNA? What will be taught over here? Can you please answer this in chat? What is CCNA and what are we teaching? Like, is there any single person who is out there who have no idea about what is happening here? Please let me know in the chat so I can respond back to that.
रे एकटा आता नको मला, मी उद्या सकाळी करतो ते, मला जाऊ दे घरला. आता एक टायर आहे ना, ट्यूबलेस आहे म्हटल्यानंतर पळवायचं, हे खराब झालेला टायर पळवायचं, काय झालं तर बघायला मोड.
So I could see one person is still not muted his mic. So Vipin, please go on mute. There's a lot of background noises. Vipin, I think you heard me. This is Dilip.
सर म्यूट किया है मैंने, म्यूट ही है मेरा.
Guys, from tomorrow, like they are gonna conduct classes in their own platform, not on Zoom, I guess. So this won't happen from tomorrow, I guess. Like they have a different portal for teaching. Uh, Yeah, as you can see,
Hi,
like I have,
John.
yeah,
Yeah, John. Hi, this is Pawan this side.
yeah.
I just had one clarification, probably because just recently I came to know like whatever the version of CCNA, earlier
Mm,
it was version 1.0 and now currently it is version 1.1 where some additional topics have been added.
yeah.
So, are we also going to cover any of those topics? And if
Uh,
not, is it going to have any impact on this, to scale ourselves up with the existing industry standards?
okay. It, I can answer that answer by tomorrow, I guess.
Okay,
Because there are few other discussions that are going on because it's not activated on the exams part yet.
okay, understood.
Okay, so the current version of exam that you take place, it has a factor to it. But as a matter of covering the topics, we'll be covering the sessions. And there are a few more things that I would like to give a heads up before you take up this course. There are a few informations also that I would like you to know. Okay, like I told, like what is CCNA? It's talking about like what is network. Okay, so how two people are getting exchanging messages and all those things will be taught in CCNA. So once you clear your CCNA, uh, you will have to write the Cisco's exam. What is Cisco? Cisco is one of the largest manufacturer of networking devices. What is network? Network is basically a connection of two or more different things where data is being exchanged. And when we talk about the certification, this part is very important, guys. When we talk about the certification, like almost everybody in the country, like who have gone through the CCNA certification, they are CCNA certified because there are a lot of malpractices that are happening with the certification. Because since there are a lot of malpractices, there are so many people like who are CCNA certified. So the global reach, like in India, like the certification is not so valid. So here, networking is an added advantage to you. Why? Because since this company has been there like for a long time, I won't recommend you to take the official certification, which will cost around like 30,000 extra rupees, which is not necessary. Like once you complete your training from networkings, and if you are finishing all your assignments on time, these people like they're gonna give you a certificate. Okay, that certificate itself, like you can upload that on your LinkedIn. You can contact the placement support for the placements and other things. So from there, it will be valid because the the sole end of taking the certification is to make sure that you have an idea on this particular subject. So I wouldn't recommend anybody taking a CCNA official certification, but if it's really important to you, only if it's a company's mandate, then you will have to take up it. Or else, I will suggest you to take CCNP certification or CCI certification, not CCNA certification. And since Cisco changed the rules recently, you can directly write your CCNP exam. Then take the CCI lab exam directly. So taking CCNA certification, I don't think it's not so relevant in today's market.
Understood, John. So thank you. Thanks. That answers my
Hello,
question.
John.
Yeah,
John, like if you're really serious to attend the exam, is this course
yeah.
sufficient to crack the CCNA?
Uh, Guys, there are this course is sufficient to crack. Okay, what is the doubt? Can you repeat it?
Can we pass the CCNA exam with this curriculum? What you're teaching right now, like in due time, like can we
Uh,
pass the CCNA exam
you want the
with the
honest
curriculum
answer
you are
or
providing?
you want the honest answer?
Yeah.
Not after the 40 hours if you're directly writing the exam. Of course, you're not going to clear it.
Okay.
You're not going to clear it. Okay. Guys, this is, yeah, the main reason CCNA certification is very relevant in outside the world is because this exam is one of the toughest exam. Okay. For that exam, like you will have to spend, if you have, even if you have to take the certification of this exam, you will have to spend like 3 hours of personal training, doing all the labs, like going through the different books. There might be like outside syllabus questions also, which are coming. So if you are very serious about, like, I will really recommend you to finish your CCNB, then take your CCNA. I mean, at finish your CCNB training, then take CCNA exam. That is what I would recommend, because there are outside BGP is not something which we are going in depth, but I have seen my students have received BGP questions for their exams. So yeah, that's a very straightforward answer that I have to give you. If you're directly writing the exam, uh, you might not clear the exam, like if you're not 100% prepared on it. But I can give you some practice dumb questions which you can see, like how much they say intensity. If you think you can crack it, you can definitely go ahead with the exam.
Okay, John. I
Sir,
have
is
also
it
taken a
sir, is it
CCNP NRC.
Yeah.
Will I able to pass the exam like with your curriculum?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, bro. So
Okay.
with my curriculum or without my curriculum, you will have to go through it. I mean, you can
Yeah, yeah,
watch the recording. You can watch the recording, but I can only teach you, right? Who is going to
yeah,
practice it? You're going to practice it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so you will have to complete the practice. So why I tell, like, after your CCNB NRC, give your CCNB exam, because I mean, a person who is studying in 12th standard, I mean, the 10th standard exam is not going to be a problem for him, right?
Yeah.
You can easily clear it. So like that, like if you finish your CCNP training first, then take your CCNA certification, that would be great. Or else you can directly write your CCNP exam, which is of the same cost. You don't have to finish your CCNA, then write CCNP. You can directly write your CCNP exam.
Okay, John.
sir, is it in written mode or in multiple choice question?
Till CCNP, it's multiple choice questions for your written exam. Objective.
So this course covers CCNP as well, only it is CCNA.
No, this is CCNA course.
Okay.
Any other doubts on the course exams?
No, John. We are good to start our course.
Okay. So can we go directly for CCNB course without CCNA knowledge? Absolutely not. And okay, what are the pre-requirements of CCNA course? Nothing, like we are starting the course from very basic to the advanced. So common sense is the only requirement that I'm looking forward to. Okay. So what is network and why do we need network? Okay, so let's go back to a few years and see, like, how network really impacted our lives. Okay, so 2013 was a time that I was doing my PUC. Uh, in my PUC, during those times, like, we used to watch a lot of movies. I think you might have also watched a lot of movies in once again. Yeah. So 2015, during those times, like, we used to watch a lot of movies, right? So how do you copy movies? Like, do you guys remember, like, are you guys the people, are you from the people, like, who used to copy movies in pen drives? Do you remember a time that you guys used to copy movies in pen drive? Movies, games. Yep. So how do you do that? Like, there will be a friend in our class. We'll find that friend, like, we'll go borrow a pen drive from some other friend, used to borrow a bike or bicycle, then go to the other person's house, copy the movie, come back, copy the movie back to our devices. Then what we do, like, return the pen drive, return the bike, right? Like, yeah, the same way in pen drive. All of you guys have done it. So network is basically a connection of two different things, right? Like, the message is being exchanged from the friend's PC to your PC. There also a network is established, right? So now do you guys still copy movies in pen drive? Mostly no, right? Because since what happened, yeah, nowadays you don't copy movies in pen drive. Why? Because you have OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, or else you have Pirate Bay to download the content, right? Like there are only OTT.
Telegram.
So yeah. So in 2015, this was a scenario. But in 2017, if you remember, like the major thing, okay, the major revolution that changed the Indian IT industry is that Geo came into the market. Of course, it's when Geo came into the market, like the entire game changed. Because till then, like we were the people like who used to live in 2 GB internet per month. And like there will be like 500 MB or 400 MB that will be left on the last day, and we will be so desperate to clear it. And nowadays, like if you have like like in your 2 GB quota, if like even if you have like 1 GB of data which is balanced, like you're not bothered about it, right? Why? Because becomes internet becomes so cheap. So what Ambani did was like Ambani came into the market and said, guys, I know like you guys are very confused, but what I'm going to do is that internet is free, that too unlimited internet with unlimited speed. It's free, you can access it, you can call for free. If you just have to use Joseph, but later the brilliant guy changed his plan. That's what we are seeing in the last 1 2 to 3 months. Like we are seeing like the plans of Geo, and the entire thing is being changed. So do you know what is the largest network? Any guess which is the largest network?
It's Airtel, I believe.
It's internet, not Airtel, not Geo, nothing. Internet is the largest network. Internet is a collection
Airtel
of
is a
so many networks.
ISP. So Airtel is a ISP.
My question was very precise, I guess. Yep. So, uh, uh, we are not talking about the ISPs here. We are talking about the largest network, that is internet. So once Geo came into the market, what happened was everybody started using internet for free, right? So nowadays, like okay, so the previous times, like whenever we used to share a file, right now, what we do, the easiest thing that we do right now is upload the file in a drive, share it to your friend. There may be like work files, there will be like other files. So what is the advantage, like when somebody asks you like what is the advantage of network, like how network is uh, reducing the work that you have to do? It's simple, it's very convenient. Like you can access the file like whenever you want, right? Because good, I'll text you later regard few things to know there. uh, yeah, so what happens is, since you have a network, since you have internet, since everything is connected to the internet, like if the file is there in the drive, you can access the file whenever you want. You don't have to call that friend. You don't have to borrow any separate other resources. If you have connectivity to internet, you can just download the file from there. So ease of access, time is saved, money is saved, uh, convenience is there. So this is like one of the largest advantage of network. So we will see what is a computer network. So computer network is a numerous system that connects numerous independent computers in order to share information, which is basically data and resources. So in order to facilitate this, you need to have networking devices or network components, which is going to facilitate your network communication. So when we talk about networking devices, you think of any devices in your day-to-day life that you're using? Your mobile phone, that is one networking device, is LAN phone, that is a networking device, your Wi-Fi router, that is a networking device. Apart from this, can you let me know any other networking devices that you can think of?
Switches and router and firewalls.
Okay, switches, routers, firewalls, Wi-Fi routers, modem, anything else?
Hub.
Hub,
Access points.
access points. Okay, enough, guys. Uh, So all of you guys have a basic understanding about all those things, WLC, wireless LAN controller. Okay. Uh, one more question. Since this is a certification course by Cisco, who are Cisco? Who is Cisco? Like what do they do?
Cisco is manufacturer of network devices.
Okay, Cisco is one of the largest manufacturer of networking devices. It is one of the largest, greatest manufacturer of networking devices. They were the largest manufacturers, we can say. Like later, different competitors they came into the market, and different scenarios have changed. And since with the rise of AWS, also Cisco's market has gone down. But in traditional or legacy networking, they are still the largest vendors out there in traditional networking. You can say they are the largest people who are doing it. And if Cisco is one of the largest manufacturer, who are the other manufacturers? Do you know any other manufacturers who
Juniper.
manufacture networking devices? Somebody said
Juniper.
Juniper, right?
Juniper.
Yes.
Yeah, Juniper,
Aruba.
IBM.
Aruba. Now you can call them from the same family because HP acquired Juniper.
HP. Yes.
Yeah, HP acquired
Arista.
Juniper. Yeah, I was working for HP for some time. Arista,
Fortinet
Fortinet,
also.
Checkpoint. Yep. Guys, you guys are really good. Uh, you have a basic understanding about things. So nice. Yeah. So they are the other manufacturer of networking devices. Okay. So what I want to tell you is if there are other manufacturers of networking devices, there are going to be other type of standards, like different types of protocols will be there. Okay, what is protocol? Like in a simple definition for what is protocol? Literal definition.
Rules how
Some
they
rules,
behave.
Rules.
some
Set
rules
of
and
rules.
regulations.
Set of
Rules
rules.
and I mean how the basic rules or how the basic protocols, basic rules you can say. The protocol that you're following in your home will be different from the protocol your friend will be following in their home, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In your home, there is a certain way that you're managing and organizing things. In your friend's home, there is a certain different way that they're organizing things. But since in most of the homes, it will be similar, like the similar process will be there. Like you'll be having breakfast, lunch, dinner, like that. In all the networking manufacturers, they follow almost the same things, but in their own different ways. So when you're talking about here in this course, like we are talking about Cisco's terminologies, like in a Cisco's world, how this is going to be. But when you're working in a Juniper environment, few of the concept that you might have learned over here will be different over there. But since all the courses are taught in the OSI reference model, the standard packet flow would remain the same, but internal protocols might be different in some other different vendors. The way that you're learning something in uh, Cisco devices will be slightly different from other vendors that you're operating, because like once you finish this course you might be working on a different company's project. Like even since this is the global, this is the highest global certification which is considered, uh, even the people like who are Cisco certified, they're working in Juniper, Arista, or any other platforms which you guys are working. The project that you will be working mostly with be in multi-vendor. In multi-vendor as in, like you will be working with Arista devices, you'll be working with Cisco devices and Juniper devices at the same time. So in that time, so if you finish this course completely, you will be able to adapt because you know how the basic things react and how the basic things are changing from one to the other. So that will remain the same. So so yeah, I think this is all that we are going to discuss for today. So tomorrow we'll be starting in fresh. So today, this is just an introduction to the course. Uh, why we are not covering this, I just want to clear all your doubts in first class, understand your background. So few changes will be made according to your background that you guys are in. Then only we'll be covering this course. So the first thing that I have to ask is, so since you told like some of you guys are not from IT background, do you guys think that how many of you guys have this question that is this course right for you, or whether you should do this course or not? whether you'll be completed or any such kinds of doubts are there? Or any questions?
Sir, I have one question, sir. Hello.
Yep, you can ask.
Sir, is it CCNA, your certification course, your course is sufficient to pass the CCNA certification? Is it or not?
I've answered this multiple times. The course is sufficient to pass, uh, but you will have to do a lot of practice. Just by attending the course, you won't pass the exam. You will have to go through a strict amount of time dedicated for your practice and learning and upgradation.
Sir, is it Cisco certification required for in the field of networking or not?
Depends
Hello.
on your company. I mean, it's not a mandate. The very basic mandate is that you need to have a job. When you're having a job, like the very mandate thing that they are looking for is whether you have the knowledge or not. That is what which is important. So, since, like I told, like there are like a lot of malpractices that are happening, so they are not actually bothered like whether you have the certification or not. Whether you know the concept, that is what which matters over there. So even if you're a certified person, you will have to go through the interview. In the interview, they are going to ask you questions. So the major advantage of why doing a course from this kinds of platform is that, like, since they have been in the industry for a long time, they are associated with different companies for the placements. So once you are graduate, like there will be a validation that will be taken from the trainer side, and the feedbacks will be given to the placements office, and based on the feedbacks, you will be receiving placement support for different companies. So they are not actually looking for the global certifications which are out there. You can directly, if you are, I mean, even if you have you have managed to get a reference from your friend, colleague, or your LinkedIn connection, this works the same. I mean, all you have to prove is that you just have to prove your talent, that you know the concept.
Sir, one of my friends says to me that if you want to get a job on abroad, you need to pass the certification. You
Yeah,
need
in
to get a
abroad
certificate.
they are very specific about taking certification. If you are moving out of India, the certification has a lot of value. I mean, if you're moving out of India, I would always recommend you to take the certification and go outside. In outside, you need to be certified, or else it's very hard for you to get the job.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Hi, John. This is Jay. I'm
Hi,
joining from Canada.
hi, Jay.
So basically, my question is that currently I'm working for Siemens in Canada in the railway industry.
Okay.
So right now I'm working for the testing and commissioning of the railways, but now I want to jump in the field of railway networking design.
Okay.
So will this combination of courses of CCNA and CCNP will gonna get me to get started at least some basic concepts of railway network designing or not?
CCNA itself will do the 50% of the job, and CCNB would do the other 40%, like the 90%. And since I told, like, in your company will be working with other vendors also, just not on Cisco's products. So you will have to do a 10% research from your side to understand like what are the other various methodologies which are out there. And networking is a very vast ocean. Okay, it's like a Bible. I mean, like once I mean, each types of small. Okay, there is security. There are service providers, and like when you're working in a project, like there might be like few modules that you will have to pick up from the other things. But your question is whether it's will be able to take you off, right? Like as a takeoff, like whether it will land you in the right place. Of course, it will.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for the answer, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, so in CCNA, what we are basically doing is, okay, so when I'm sending okay, we'll talk in simple terms. When I'm sending a message from my phone to your phone, okay, so since you told like you are in Canada, you are using a different service provider, I'm using a different service provider. Okay, so the message should be delivered from my ISP to your ISP, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So again, like you are using, since you told like you are using an iPhone, I'm using an Android phone. If I'm sending a WhatsApp message to you, the different types of encryptions are used in my phone and different types of encryptions are used in your phone. So, and there is a seven different layers, okay, that we basically call as OSI model. In OSI model, like there will be starting from application, presentation, session, transport, network, data, and physical. There are different layers are there. So these layers are there in my system as well. These layers are same in your systems as well. So how the message will be exchanged from my all these layers to your all different layers that you are taking place. That is the primary form of communication. Okay. And what are the protocols that take place in each of these different layers? This is what we are going to cover in depth in CCNA. So different types of routing protocol. Okay, routing is simple. Routing is a process of traveling from one point to another. So the same process is used to transfer my message to your phone over there. Okay, but we are going to use different types of protocols. What is this protocol? You will be learning in your CCNA. Like there are different protocols like OSPF, EAGRP, BGP, static, different types of protocols are there. So here you will be getting a basic grip of all those protocols. In CCNP, you will be having a in-depth professional knowledge of how these protocols are there. That will be more than enough for your job. Understood?
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for the complete answer.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay. Let's see you in chat. Is it sufficient to switch OSP to ISP? I don't understand this question. Can you please repeat it? Job opportunities after CCNA, there are infinite number of jobs which are there for CCNA. Okay, but hard truth first. Okay, you know that there is AI and different other technologies that are taking over the market, right? So automation also is taking over the market. I'm sure like you are completely aware about those things, right? So what happens after this is, okay, just learning CCNA is not enough, guys. Okay, so just learning CCNA was very good in 10 to 50 years, 15 years back time. So right now you will have to learn CCNA. I mean, you will have to keep yourself updated. Right now we are living in an era like where we are continuously competing with machines, other like machine learning intelligence, like we are competing with all those technologies out there. So we'll have to consistently keep ourselves updated because automation is also there. So Cisco recently developed, I mean, in 2 3 years back, like they have came up with Cisco DevNet certification, where programmability is also coming, and I am taking DevNet certifications trainings certification training for DevNet as well. So here, the major thing is programmability is going to change it from traditional network. All the traditional network will be replaced in few years of time. But this learning CCNA, only if you learn your CCNA, your DevNet certification is going to be easy. Only if you learn your CCNA, your CCNB certification is going to be easy, or your firewall, or if you even if you're learning Palo Alto firewall or FortiGate firewall or any Cisco firewall or any other devices, your basics should be the same, like CCNA. But my answer is simple: just learning CCNA is not enough. You will have to keep yourself updated, especially in this particular time that we all are going through. You will have to keep yourself updated. I mean, I think all the people like who are in the tech, they are going through the same thing. I mean, whether it's programmers, whether it's network engineers, all of them are going through the same phase to do it or not. Okay, so like I told, this is just a 40 hours thing. Okay, so all you have to do is that whether you are understanding that particular day session properly. That is your part, like one step at a time. Okay, so whenever you have a doubt, you can post that questions in the chat. We'll answer your question, then only we'll move forward. If I'm not answering, you can unmute and ask your questions. We will finish your doubts, then we will move forward. Okay, so and after the session also, like we will have a 10 minutes question answer session to take up your doubts and answer your doubts. Okay, all I can say is that it's not rocket science that we are teaching over here. So if I'm sending a message from my computer to your computer, if the message is getting dropped, okay, there are like different number of okay, let's say n number of checklists to check why the message failed. If I check this n number of checklist, I can easily troubleshoot the issue. It's not a rocket science. Some of you guys told like how many of you guys are working in NOC here?
Yeah, I'm working in L1 NOC.
Okay, what's your name again?
Surendra.
Surendra. Okay, Surendra, let me just validate this from you. Okay, when you're working in NOC, yeah, Pawan also. Pawan, please correct me if I'm wrong. So when you're working, since I have also worked in NOC, this is how NOC operation works. So you will be having a topology of the station that you will be looking or the enterprise network that you are actually working on, and there will be like certain type of SOPs that are out there. Okay, so when somebody is saying that the network they are not able to access the internet, you will be checking a certain type of checklist. If you are doing the troubleshooting on call, again what you're checking, like you are checking whether all the ports are up, whether all the lights are up, if there is any spanning tree connection, or based on the particular topology and based on the SOPs, you are just validating all the things are properly connected, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
The Yeah. Okay. Okay. And do you think? Do you? And this is my. Okay. This is okay. This is my only thing. I think it's just my suggestion, but I think for doing the same job, like for doing the network engineer's job, like, do you think that a network engineer's degree is required? Like, if any people like who have basic common sense, they can do it, right?
Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Then
that
why
is
am
needed probably is just to know what exactly the device is all about and basic
Yeah, I
protocols.
mean, like once you are into the company, like even if you are a fresher, like I mean, so I used to lead a team which were completely freshers. Okay, so there's people like I mean like 20 to 25 people like who were joining in that team, like they were completely freshers because the company was on a budget, like they recruited freshers. But for the even for the freshers, like what we did was like we give them induction like for 30 days, explaining like what all the devices and why this thing, explaining the like the topology, like explaining how the networking works, explaining how the routing works, all the basic things from zero to the advanced level, like we taught in like in 20 to 25 days. Normally, like when you join in a company, you will be getting an induction training, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why I am repeating this over here is, I mean, I have taught people like CCNA, I have taught people like who are from a humanities background, from economics background, from different backgrounds. All I can tell is that like if you are following what I'm saying in the class, you can definitely pass the exam, do whatever you want, like you can easily finish the topic. But some of you guys are smarter than me. Okay, I mean, you can actually see other contents which are out there. You can check upon other materials. This is completely validated. I mean, you can do no problem doing that. But my only recommendation is that if you are new to this, just focus on this particular thing. Why? Because too many cooks spoil the food. Because it's easy to fill water into an empty cup, but you will understand because some of you guys like who are experienced, you will understand in the coming days, because when you already have like certain understanding, when a new topic is taught, like your questions will start pumping because you might have reasoned those explanations some other different ways. So that is why if you're new to this, if you think you need my support, please follow my instruction, you will reach in the right place. If you think you can do it yourself, you can do it that way also. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the result which matters, right? So you can choose any way. But like I told, if you think you are not, if you think that it's very tough, it's very hard, you won't be able to do it, you have signed up for different courses and none of these things worked for you, then please follow what I'm telling. Okay, what if there is an assignment after that, please finish the assignment. If you have any doubts, just let me know. I'll troubleshoot it, fix those things with you. Then it will be helpful. Yeah.
Hey, hi, John. Will you please share the curriculum which you are going to taught for this 40 hours?
The same CCNA curriculum in the website, I mean, the official globe. It's already,
Okay.
I mean,
So,
it's not me deciding, right? It's Cisco deciding.
no, but
So,
you are going
uh,
serial wise only.
Okay, so I'll see. I mean, sometimes I take switching first, sometimes I take routing first. I think you might have a understanding on that. Yeah, why I told that is because like it depends on how you guys are giving me the output. So if you guys are solving this assignments on time, solving more assignments on time, like we'll be customizing our topology like into from advanced to more advanced topics in the class itself. So we don't follow a fixed curriculum as in like whatever which is mentioned from Cisco, we'll be covering all those things. Sometimes like when we teach STP also, like we'll be going like covering from CCNA to little bit of CCNP as well, like for all the subjects, because BGP is not taught in CCNA, but we are teaching BGP, like the basics of BGP. AGRP is not taught in CCNA, but we are teaching AGRP. So it all depends on the response rate also that we are getting from the class.
Okay, so maybe get one day before information what you are going to taught in the next day.
Yeah, that I can do. Tomorrow we are going to cover on networking devices because for the next 2 3 days there are not going to be any change. Tomorrow we'll be starting with networking devices. Mostly we'll talk about hub and switch. If we get time, also router. Or the next day it's router. Then after once we talk about all those things, we'll be starting OSI model. After OSI model, like we'll start with IP addressing, or after IP addressing OSI model. That's how it is going for the next 1 week, I guess.
Fine, thanks.
Okay. As a final year BCA student, how does this course help me in building my career in networking? Okay. So let's see. Okay. I also did my BCA. I wish somebody had given me the CCNA training when I was doing my BCA back then, because I didn't knew. I did uh, CCNA after 1 year. I mean, previously I've read CCNA textbooks, but I haven't done it. So if you do your CCNA certification uh, during this time, I mean, you have lots of time to finish your final year. I mean, by the time if you finish your CCNA, you can start applying for core networking jobs based on your based on your campuses. Some of the campus, I think, even Cisco is hiring for freshers. So only if you're a fresher, Cisco will hire you. So you have your higher chance over there. If you are talented, of course, you have in campus placements on all you can apply and start networking with different people. So you can directly get into a knock profile easily. Like if you finish your CCNA training, then after your graduation, you won't be required to do another certifications. This will be like more than enough. And after like you have like 1 year of experience, you can finish your CCNP. Then uh, the latest other certifications, like you can decide which one you want to move forward. Okay. Guys, tomorrow I'll share you few details. Okay, one is regarding the lab, how we are going to practice it, all the labs that we are going to practice in Cisco Packet Tracer. So I'll share a Packet Tracer downloaded software to you in the drive. Uh, okay, so the class will be starting tomorrow at 8:05 to 9. That is a time. So at 8, I will log in. So if you have any doubts on the previous days, you can ask till 8 to 8:05. After 8:05, we'll have a session till 8:55. Then 5 to 15 minutes, like till 9:10 or 9:15, like we'll solve all your doubts. Then we will end the session. That's how we are planning it. And tomorrow I will share you the drives. Drive in the drive I share one PPT, all the PPTs that we are taking in this course. Also, the packet tracer software and all other details I'll be sharing with you tomorrow. Any other questions? If not, I'll see you tomorrow at 8:05.
All right. Thank you, John.
Okay, all right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Guys, if you don't have any doubt, you can leave.
John, are you there? Hello?
Yep, yep. Who is it?
It's Bhupender.
Yeah, Bhupender. Yeah, Bhupender. Hi.
Can I ask you just a quick question?
Sure, why not?
Would it be helpful, like if I'm doing CCNA to my ultimate goal is to go cybersecurity, like I'm preparing also for SOC
Yeah.
analyst course. So would it be like I'm working as a first line support, like end user technology analyst from last 2 years. So